In this program, I will show you what is the difference between a local and a global variable. Let us suppose I am having a variable, let's call it as height, which is of float type, and let's suppose the value is 6.5. That means, let's say someone is 6 feet and 5 inches tall. So let us display the height of the person. My height is equal to, and here I will type cout height and then return 0. So if I execute this program, my program is already saved as local global.cpp. So you can see my height is 6.5. That means this variable height is a local variable. Here this is a local variable because this variable height is being declared, defined and accessed only within the main function. Now let me declare one function. Let's call it as display height, and again I'm not having any list of parameters and the return type is also void. So this is only a function declaration. Let's define the same function. So void display height, and this time I will simply copy paste this code and change the value of height. Let's say this time height value is equal to 7.6. Now function declaration and definition is over. What is left? Function call statement. So let's make one more change. Let me type here inside main function my height is, and here I will type inside the function display height my height is this 7.6. So let's call this function now so that we know which variable we are actually accessing. Just remember that display height has to be called inside the main function, and let's execute this program. So inside main function my height is 6.5, and inside the function display height my height is 7.6. So what we are doing here, for this function, main function, height is the local variable and it is able to access this height, not the height mentioned inside the display height function. And same goes for display height function. For this function display height is equal to 7.6. This is the local variable as it is being declared, defined and accessed only within this function. So they are not interfering with each other's height variable. Now let us suppose I am having one more variable which I am declaring outside any of these functions, even outside the main function. Let's again type here float height, and let's suppose the value is 5.4. Maybe someone is 5 feet and 4 inches tall. So this variable which is outside any function is a global variable. Now global variable can be accessed inside any function or any part of the program, but we just need to type the scope resolution operator. Okay, so let's suppose here I will make the change. Let's see, first of all let's run this program and let's see which height is being accessed where. So right now the program works like this. Inside main function my height is 6.5, inside the function display height my height is 7.6. This is the same as before, and now let me make a slight change. Let me put 2 colon marks here, which is the scope resolution operator, because this time I am going to access global variable. So scope resolution operator is used to access global variables. Scope resolution operator. Let's execute this and see the change. So this time inside main function my height is 5.4, which is the value of the global variable, whereas inside the display height function it remains the same as before. You can also make the same change inside the display height function. Again here also you can use the scope resolution operator, and this will be able to access this global variable. Local variables cannot be accessed outside the functions in which they are being defined, but global variables can be accessed anywhere in the program. So my function display height is also displaying the same height, which is 5.4.